Hello and welcome back to Automotive Tales. We are picking up where we left off in the last episode with the Mighty Mazda. So we'd done the cooling system, we put the new radiator in, we'd done the top hose. I'd since fixed the spring clips versus the Jubilee clips, and now it's time to get on with the suspension. So, time for some lower arms. First job is going to be to try and get these lower arms off. They are looking a little bit crusty. So we need to get the bolt off there at the bottom of the hub. And we need to get these bolts out here. And there's one further down there you can probably just about see. I have pre-lubricated. So now that these are dripping in lube, time to bring the impact gun. First two bolts are out, but now the one on the bottom of the hub is proving a little difficult. So I've managed to round it already. So my hired help has not only brought a heater, which is what you can hear in the background, which is rather nice today, but also some bits for taking rounded nuts off. So he's here to fix the idiot's job. So while the person that knows what they are actually doing is fixing that, I thought I'd show you what's going back on. So we've got a new set of Commerline lower arms to go on because all these bushes are pretty rotten on the existing ones and the arms are looking a bit rusty as well. Nicely chose a kit that comes with a full Faye bolt kit, which is going to be useful because I suspect these ones that go across here to clamp this onto the hub may end up being cut off. So always make sure you get a fresh bolt set when you're doing a job like this. While these ones actually came out, I wouldn't really want to use them again because they took some getting out. They'd seized into the bushes in here. So yeah, so once that's off, we're starting to put these back on. I think that's the passenger side one, I think. That's the driver's side one. Right, time to make him a cup of tea. No, cup of coffee. Keep him happy. Brew, Chief. Cracking. And just like that, it's out with the help of someone that, you know, can. So, new one to go back in. Hopefully, refitting being the reversal of removal will be a little bit easier. Because the time it took to get that off, I've unbolted all of the other side ready to go. This one looks like it was replaced a lot more recently than this side. And so everything just came straight off on that side, which was really rather nice. So, as usually anticipated, things are going swimmingly. Gonna try this again without swearing. As you can imagine, everything has gone just swimmingly. So this is the hardware that came out from the front bush here on the lower arm. This is the replacement that comes in a kit. And you might well notice there's a problem. The ones in the kit are the right diameter for that one, but far too short. So a lot of rummaging around, and I have found some appropriate replacements with some washers. It's going to be what we're going to have to use. So new hardware, just not the new hardware that came with the kit. The one for this bush here is just fine. And then at the front here, there's a bolt that goes through that clamps the ball joint to the bottom of the hub. This is the original hardware, which, yeah, we mullered to get out. The other one I still haven't managed to get out is absolutely seized solid. This is the new hardware. Now, while the length appears to be about right, there is a small issue around diameter. You probably can't make that out so easily on the camera, but this is significantly bigger diameter, which means it does not go through the hole in the hub. So once again, we've had to go hunting around for some matching hardware. I still need to find a washer to put on here, but that is the solution. That is the correct diameter. Ideally, I'd have liked it not to be threaded. It's not really the situation I wanted to be in, but we weren't left with much choice. So, always buy new hardware, just the right hardware. There's no way of knowing whether it would have been right until we got it off the car. Although, ironically, you can see these ones weren't correct because, well, they just aren't long enough. When you push it through, you only need one tiny piece of metal for that to not have enough thread. In fact, if I just tighten that up now, that doesn't even go to the nylocker like that. So it was very clearly not the right component. Thanks, Faye. Done. Wheels are back on, everything is back together. The last thing we had to do was use some heat to get the bolt out that holds the ball joint on the bottom on this side, and then it's all gone back together fairly nicely. The last job we did do was to clean the brake discs with some brake cleaner before we put it all back together, because we'd used a lot of penetrant fluid to try and get those bolts off, and some of it will inevitably have got onto the brake disc. We don't want to contaminate the pads, so always make sure you do that. And then while we had the arch liner out, look at all that came out. Always worthwhile when you've got the arch liner out. Get everything you can out. This looks like the mud from the summer when we used it in the field. Luckily, it's nice and clean and rust-free in there, but if that had been left in over winter, it probably wouldn't be come spring next year. So, that's it. Mazda's done for today. There is more to do because I'm an idiot and I'm still going to throw money at it. But that's a job for another day. Right then, let's get your Audi in. Yeah, man. Oh, hello. Thank you for watching this episode of Automotive Tales. As you can see, the old hose is off and that can now go in the bin. So, join us next time as we spend more money on a car that I really shouldn't be spending money on because I can't help myself. Right, don't forget to, like, share, subscribe and all that nonsense. We're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to see 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2022. So yeah, help me out. Tell all your friends about this amazing automotive channel of nonsense. Right, time to go put the lube back. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. That'd be handy if I had that back.